All right, class, let's go to attention. How do you guys feel today? Awesome, sir. Let's bow, and set position. Student creed. Student creed, sir. Line 1. I pledge to develop myself in a positive manner. Line 2. I pledge to use what I learn in class constructively and defensively. Line 3. I pledge to foster friendships and contribute to my community. Let's bow. Hey guys, so just quick note that the warm-ups online here might be a little bit different than warm-ups that you see in person. Nonetheless, it's going to be a great exercise, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our up-down sprint drill. So we're going to go ahead and jog in place. Reminder that when I say up, you're going to jump up. If you can't jump, then substitute just a drop to the ground instead, right? Leaning down to touch the ground. Or if you want, you could sprawl out into a push-up position, give yourself an extra challenge. If I say down, you're going to sink down, touch the ground, and when I say sprint, get those feet moving nice and quick, all right? Ready? And up, and down, up. Good, and up, down. I'm going to do my best to keep my head in frame here. Up, down, and down, up, and sprint. Feet moving as quickly as you can, guys, and jog. Excellent, ready, and up, down, up. And down, down, down. Make sure to get up in between each one, otherwise it's just a single down. You only tap the ground 3 times, that's no fun. And down, down, up, down. Down, stand back up, down, there we go. Up, down, and sprint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and jog. Keep your body moving here, right? As long as you can, keep these feet moving. Even if it's a longer break, don't let yourself stop. No, right? Keep the body moving. Get that heart rate up. And down, up. And one more time, we're gonna sprint here, 5 seconds. Ready, set, sprint. Keep those feet moving fast, guys. Keep moving. Going a little bit longer than 5 seconds. Get a little bonus in for us. And break. All right, for our first warm-up here, we're gonna be doing some bumper push-ups. We'll follow that up with some sit-ups, and then finally some jump squats, all right? All right, let's drop down push-up position. Remember with bumper push-ups, you start in your push-up position, you're gonna drop down to one elbow and then the other, and then come right back up into your regular push-up position. I'm gonna be doing this with my knuckles down, again, just trying to keep my wrist safe. But if you can do it on your palms, please do so. We're going 45 seconds. Ready, set, and go. The more stable you can keep your core, the better. Try not to get this big wobble back and forth. Try and keep it steady as much as you can. Finally, you see how I'm making sure my arms come off the ground each time? That I'm not just kind of letting myself, it's easier to show with the palm, drop down, pick it up, set it down. Oh, nice. We're about 25 seconds in. We're over the halfway point, everyone. Keep working hard here. 10 seconds left. Oh yeah. 3, 2, 1, and break. We're gonna jump into our sit-ups next. So go ahead and lay down on your backs. Make sure you do so safely, and again, always make sure you've got a clear area around you that you don't bump into anything. Sit-ups, get up as high as you can. If you can get your chest to your legs, even better. 30 seconds, ready, set, and go. Do your best to engage your core here, meaning squeeze your abs. Try to avoid throwing your arms. Just squeeze the abs to get yourself up. And actively, right? Not just lifting the body, but try to keep your abs tightened as much as you can. 9 seconds, we're in the home stretch. Last little bit here. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and break. Let's stand up. One final warm up for us. We've got some jump squats to do here. We're gonna be going 45 seconds. Remember your goal, keep good posture throughout the entire warm up, all right? Ready, set, and go. Squat and jump. Again, I'm gonna do my best to keep my head in frame here, everyone. But remember, you wanna Bend your knees, not your back. Don't bend at the hips here. See how my legs are staying straight? Bend the knees, jump up. What I find helpful is I'm watching towards the camera the whole time. That kind of helps force you to keep your head up. It's harder to watch while you drop your head. Here we go, down to 15 more seconds, everyone. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, break. Nice job, everyone. Hey guys, so our message of the week this week is honesty. And a lot of times when we hear this, we just think, yeah, tell the truth, right? Don't lie to people around us. And well, that is a big part of it. And it is incredibly helpful in building trust and relationships with others. Another really important aspect of honesty is being honest with yourself. Being honest with who you are, what you want out of life, your aspirations and your goals, right? And allowing others around you to know this as well. It's gonna build a lot deeper connections, more than just say, I'm gonna tell you the truth every time, right? They're gonna be completely an understanding of who you are and how they can be the best friend they could possibly be to you. So honesty, more than just telling the truth, more than just not lying to people. It's, again, being honest with yourself about what you want out of life, what you enjoy to do, and not trying to live something through someone else or live someone else's life. So again, honesty, really just a great trait to have, to continue to be honest with those around you, but also be honest with yourself. So one more time, our message of the week is honesty. Now let's jump ahead, jump into our Pinions this week, wrapping up part C of all of our different Pinions. Hey guys, we get to review Pinion 1 part C here. We're coming into tip testing week, so just touching on the details to make sure that we all feel really comfortable with these, so that when we submit our video, we're feeling confident with it. So let's jump ahead. So for today, I'm gonna assume that this is the front of my room. Imagine that I was kind of starting facing that way. That way you guys can see the moves as I turn around. Otherwise, you'd see my back for a whole lot of it, and you'd have to turn your back on me for a whole lot of it. So, assuming this is the front here, we left off with our forward punch with our left hand in a forward stance. That was move 10. Now 11, we're stepping forward with our right foot. We've got our elbow smash, right elbow, left hand, they come together, right? Then we've got this big circle with our arms into a cover. Oh, that would be 12. Now doing that, of course, you want to make sure, and I'll mirror you for a second here, so right side and left side. The right hand comes over the top and then drops in, so it's protecting the temple. And the left hand comes underneath, and then it's gonna block the right ribs over there. All right, so that's our cover. If I adjust on my elbow smash, all the way around, and cover. That's 12. Let's go again from 10. Our punch. Step and elbow smash, 11. 12, that's our cover. Bring it all the way around. Now for 13, this is where we get to turn around. And I'm gonna use my left foot here, the one that's behind me. And as you watch, you'll notice I'm just gonna slide it towards that wall. It's not gonna circle, it's just gonna go in a straight line. See that? Trying to keep it in as straight of a line as I can. And then, leaving my feet right where they are, I'm just gonna pivot, turn the toes so that they face the other side. And I should be in another forward stance. Look at this, I just swapped which leg is in front. And I get my left hand outward block at the same time. Again, from 12, take that left leg and cross it behind your right. So my legs are kind of crossed over right now. Then I can turn and block with my left hand. Awesome, that's 13. Now, 14. I imagine that, and we should be imagining every time we do a pinion that it's like a fake fight scene. So I just blocked this attack. Someone was throwing a punch at me, right? I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna grab onto their wrist. So I just blocked their strike. I'm gonna grab their wrist. Now I need to step closer to them to hit them. I need to use this back leg. I step forward, bottom fist to the groin. My thumb, if I stick it out, would be pointing down, all right? So again, right foot stepping forward, bottom fist to the groin. And now if I hit them, they're probably gonna start leaning forward, right? Oh, they got hurt. So I'm gonna slide my foot back, I'm gonna push their hand down, and the hand that just hit to the groin with that bottom fist, I'm gonna do a back knuckle to the nose. There we go, and that's move number 15. We would have finished our form. We turn back to where we faced. And just going over this real quick, we usually do at the end of every pinion, I would do my horse stance, set position, and natural stance. You don't have to include that in your video if you don't want to, right? We're just adding it in now to talk about it. I'd rather you focus on 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. But if you'd like to add it on, it will be done at the end of every pinion, all the way up through 11, all right? So, Let's do that again. Let's jump back to move number 10. So 10, left foot is in front. I'm gonna step forward. 11, elbow smash. 12 is the cover, so take this big circle of the arms and drop them down. Now 13, remember left leg crosses behind. It's not gonna circle, and I turn and block. Now grab onto that hand, step forward, right to the bottom fist. There's 14, and finally for 15, cat stance. I push their hand down, and I back knuckle to the nose. Finish it off, horse's stance, set position, and natural stance, facing that original direction. Awesome work, guys. Hey, I'm gonna go 2 more times here, okay? One time I'm gonna continue facing the same direction we've been doing, and then the last time I'm gonna face towards the wall there. That way, you just get a different angle to see what's happening, all right? Let's go ahead and do it here. Ready? From 10, step forward, 11. Let's see, you can do it before me. Elbow smash. And 12. Big circle. There we go. Get that cover. Right hand on the temple, left hand down by the ribs. Notice my palms are pointing outwards that way. My palms are the ones that block. 13. Behind and block. 14. And 15. Push it down, back knuckle. There we go. One final time. I'm going to do this facing towards the wall there. All right? Here we go. 10 and 11. Step and elbow smash. 12. Big cover. And this I think is going to be really helpful to see 13 from this direction. Left leg slides behind, and then I turn outward block. 14, step forward, bottom fist. And 15, push their hand down, back knuckle to the nose. I'm gonna wrap this thing up, horse's stance, set position, and natural stance. Excellent, guys. That's Pinion 1, Part C. If you haven't already, I'd say try and challenge yourself to see if you can do 1 through 15. When you can do all 15 moves in a row, it feels really cool, right? You start with a set position, you go in your horse's stance and go through, and then you get to finish it up with those last ones, man. It feels good to have both of those bookends on your Pinion. So awesome work, guys. I'm looking forward to see any videos you have for Pinion 1, Part C. Let's jump into our next curriculum. All right, everybody. So we get to work in continuation from last week where we started working on some senkotiros here. So I want to go over the basics of how we hold it and how we stand, and then we're going to get a review of what we did last week, followed up by a little addition building off of that for this week. So let's get into that review real quick. First things first, make sure that you're in a space where you can practice safely, that you're not going to accidentally hit something. I would encourage you to have as much space as you can where if I'm holding the stick off to the side, that I'm not going to hit the wall on either side of me here. That way I know that I have a lot of room to stay safe. If you've got a stick that you can use at home, awesome. If you do not, you can always substitute, half of a pool floaty or even something like a wooden spoon, right? So something you can substitute. If not, then I'd encourage you to practice some sparring or work on some Muay Thai and make sure you're staying up to date with that stuff, all right? So let's get to that review. When you hold on to the stick, you're gonna make sure it's upright right in front of you. If you hold it in your right hand, make sure your right foot is in front. If you hold it in your left hand, make sure your left foot is in front. You're gonna leave a little bit of room down here at the bottom, which is called the Pinion. You got the middle of the stick and the tip of the stick right here, and then finally keep that live hand up and keep the knees bent just a little bit. So this is our stick fighting stance. All right, that's the important parts here. Now, let's get to the review of the techniques that we worked on last week. So last week, if memory serves me correctly, we worked on the angle 1 strike, both forehand and backhand. So let's jump into that here. If you're doing an angle 1 strike, you're gonna take your stick and you're gonna drop it so that it's parallel to the ground. It's horizontal here. I'm gonna keep my elbow tucked in, and I'm gonna turn my hips to initiate this strike. Notice how little my arm moves. It's not this big swinging motion, but instead it's all from the hips. I'm gonna flip it over and strike the other direction. These are both my angle 1 strikes. The final thing that's really important here is making sure that I keep a 90-degree angle between my arm and the stick, all right? So that's our angle 1 strike. Boom and boom. Now the new stuff this week is we're starting to work on our forward twirl and our backwards twirl. Very important to remember is we're gonna keep all 5 fingers in contact with the stick. The thumb, pointer finger, and middle finger, a little closer to make sure you can see, these 3 need to make sure that they're as tight of a grip as they can be. These 2, my pinky and my ring finger, I can relax a little bit, but I should never let go with them. So they should never look like this. Relaxed, but they should still be in contact with the stick, all right? So, jumping back here. For a forward twirl, I'm holding on again as tight as I can with the stick. I'm gonna point it forwards. I'm gonna make sure that my palm comes up, then the tip of the stick will drop down, backwards, and then back up to vertical here. Again, I'm pointing it forwards, making sure my palm goes up, that's very important. Tip of the stick goes down, back, and around. If I do a little bit quicker, looks like that. An important thing again to remember is this is a strike. Every time I come around, I'm going to strike, strike, strike. All right, so that's our forward twirl. One final thing that you can do that helps is tuck your elbow in a little bit, and you'll see it come here. With my elbow tucks in. If you take your live hand and push the stick around, you can see it right there, that my elbow tucks in to allow my stick to stay closer to my body. Now, reverse twirl, you can probably guess. I'm gonna go the opposite direction. The tip of the stick is gonna point back, then down, then forward, and then up. That's my twirl. And as it comes around, there's my strike, 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 hitting to the bottom of the chin there, all right? So forward twirl and reverse twirl. Forward, reverse. Forward, reverse. Awesome, guys. That's what we're working on this week, is that forward reverse twirl and getting a little bit of review of the angle one strike. So great work, keep practicing, and we'll keep building on this in the future. Excellent work, everybody. Real quick announcements here before we go. Just a reminder that this week is tip testing week. So if you'd like to upload your video, make sure you get it done as soon as you can on the last section of your pinion. So you don't have to worry about senkotiros at all. It's just that last section of your pinion for tip testing this week. Other announcements that we have is we are able to resume in-person classes in the dojo. We're going to continue to have online curriculum. We're going to be having our outside classes on our patio and having indoor classes. So if you are attending in-person classes and you cannot go into the school, you want to stay just outside, please make sure you let us know. If you are ready to go with those inside classes and you've already been attending in-person classes, then awesome, show up to one of those and we'll have a blast. If you're going to continue doing the online option here, awesome, I'm having a blast with it. Check up on the private lesson sign-up sheet. It's going to be updated fairly soon here with the change to our in-person class schedule changing as well. So we'll get that done as soon as we can. But thank you guys, I'm looking forward to it. And looking forward to seeing as many people in private lessons as possible. I'm just having a blast with them. So that's it, guys. Let's come to attention and let's bow out. Class dismissed.